Right, okay, good evening everybody. How are we all doing? Tuesday already this week, halfway through the week tomorrow, guys. So it is Tuesday night and it's time for our post-match review. Another 3 points for the Blues. Let me just fix something really swiftly. Apologies. There you go. Another 3 points for the Blues at the weekend. It was a tough game, wasn't it? It was a tough game, guys. Just go through some of your comments now whilst we get going. I've got Terry Screwloose says, hello, mate. And all up the fried kin toffees. Hello, Terry. Okay. Then I've got Patrick McAteer says, hope everyone is having a good week so far. Another 3 points Saturday. Patrick, yeah, you too, mate. Hope you're having a good week, and everybody else so far up to now. Anfield Road layout in the loft. Hi, Nick. Hi, mate. Anfield, confirm for us. Is it you or is it your wife? We all need to know this, mate. Is it a red or is it a blue? We got that, Anfield. Joe Bloggs says, Mr. Drone, thought the distillery should have left your name on the door after the publicity you gave them. Poor show. Joe, yeah, that was great for them though, wasn't it? So if you watched my video last night, and other people, I know others did it as well, but if you watched, or if you did happen to go to the Murphy's Distillery down on the what road is that called, Regent Road or whatever, they were absolutely chocker last night. They were chocker. By the time I got there, they were turning people away, and they were saying 10-15 minutes we will be back open. As people filter out, it's one in, one out, which is absolutely brilliant for them. I did drop them a message last night to say that I was made up for them, and they did thank me as well for just giving them a little bit of publicity. I don't take any credit for that at all. I'm sure loads of people knew where it was, but yeah, just putting on my video to pop down there, say hello to them. They're really nice people as well, Terry and his family that own that. Really nice people, so wish them all the best. If you did go down and get into Murphy's last night, let us know. Let us have your comments, guys. I'm going to talk about the stadium as well. Last night, I'll talk about the stadium footage that I got. Managed to get into the test event, last minute tickets. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I will talk about that in a bit. But first, we're going to go over the ground. What do you think of this, guys? What are we all thinking? We kind of come up with something on our chat, didn't we? On our weekly chat. Beto in the netto. So I've got a few t-shirts. I've got to be honest with you. What are we thinking? I've got to be honest with you. That was somebody else's idea, and I'm not sure it was. Somebody on my channel did comments saying, Nick, you've got to get that printed on t-shirts. And as soon as they put it, I was like, do you know what? I will. So I've got a few already. So yeah, I'll do some with them. Maybe give them away or something like that. I'm not sure. But let me know what you think, guys. I'll tell you what you're thinking of Beto in the netto. On that note, okay, so before we move on, Anfield Road, it's you, the blue. Nice one. That's what we want to see. No offence if your wife wants to go on and comment, whatever. We don't judge too much in here. Wormy afternoon, mate. Yeah, Wormy afternoon chat, isn't it, Wormy? Yeah. Just jump on and have a little chat, a little bit of Everton therapy as well. Why not, eh? Blue CJ, good evening, Blue. How you doing, buddy? Predictions, Blue. I know you're probably waiting for that. The predictions, we'll cover them in a bit. Leon says, great footage last night and brilliant. You touched brilliant. You touched for some tick. Yeah, cheers, Leon. Yeah, I was dead lucky, mate. Dead lucky. On the way there, just to basically get in some footage of everybody attending, and yeah, managed on the way there. Got contacted by an Everton fan who watches, and honestly, it was so lucky. But we got to get in and get some footage, and the video I put up is my most watched video ever, I think, up to now. So thanks to all you guys for watching that as well. I hope you enjoyed it. PMJ says your new ground is special. PMJ, it is. It's very, very special. It's very special. I'm going to talk about how special it is in a bit. Go through some more comments, then I'll get right on to the covering the talking about the game at the weekend, the Crystal Palace game. Let's see. Frankie, that was a brilliant result Saturday after the tough Wednesday night derby. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, let's jump from Frankie's comment there. Should do a Decore shirt, whatever celebration he did to make Curtis Jones cry. It was straight over to the fans, wasn't it? Giving it all that. Giving all that to the fans. Let's talk about the Palace game first. Honestly, I'll catch up with your comments, but let's just talk about the game Saturday against Crystal Palace. As Frankie's just said there, and I totally agree, Frankie, it was a very tough game Wednesday night against Liverpool, wasn't it? Hard fought out draw. Felt like a win for us, felt like a loss for them, which makes it even more special, really. But it was a tough game, Frank, you're absolutely right. And you got to look at where do we go from there? You know, it's a tough game away at Selhurst Park, isn't it? I always think that the games at Crystal Palace are tough. Crystal Palace fans are great, in my opinion anyway. I think they're one of the loudest fans in the country, to be honest. But going there is tough. Although, on saying that, the stats show that we actually do well against Crystal Palace. We do well against them. But it's always going to be tough. An away game in the Premier League, down in London at Crystal Palace. Started tough as well, didn't it, guys? Let's be totally honest. Who was it? There was Jake O'Brien, Tarkowski and Branthwaite all messed up as the ball went basically right through them. Jake gets a touch on it. It goes towards Tarkowski. He clips it. Tries to do something with it, get a foot on it. He clips it in the path of Mateta. Branthwaite then air shots it. Puts Mateta straight through on goal, doesn't he? He has a shot and Jordan Pickford gets down really quick and saves it. It was a fantastic save. Like, that was early on. Keeps us in it. Straight after that, we have Mark Gahey as a header in the box. And Pickford saves it again. Really great save. And it's looking then, early on in the first half, it's looking then, we're like, oh, how's this going to go here? How's this going to go? It's not looking great. You then have Sarr hits the bar. Again, not long after, he goes through on the right, smashes it. He should have scored. Sarr should have scored. He hits the bar. Then we have Lerma actually scores off a header. In fact, I think Lerma scored before Sarr hit the bar. So within the space of, I think it was like the first half hour, they've had 4 really, really good chances there where they should score at least a couple of them. The first 2, Pickford, great save. Well, the third one they do score, but it was off a corner, wasn't it? And the weird thing was off a corner is that it wasn't given. The flag went up, and I was like, we were watching it here live, and I was like, what's happened here? It can't be offside. It's off a corner, and didn't see any foul, and the flag goes up because the lad who takes the corner goes for like an in-swinger from the corner, and he hits it out of play and bends it back in. So luckily for us, he did that because it was a good header to finish. Thought maybe Pickford might have done a little bit better off it, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Pickford already kept us in the game twice, and it went out of play. It was the right decision. Went out of play. Goal not given. Then Sarr hits the bar, and honestly, I'm watching it and I'm thinking, we've got to do better here. We've got to get better. We've got to get better quick. Then what happens? Beto in the netto. But what actually happened was, if you, I'm sure you've all seen it. Crystal Palace take a throw, don't they? I don't know if it was that. Was it that Mitchell or was Mitchell waiting for it? I can't remember now. But anyway, Palace take the throw, and as he throws it in to another Palace player, the Palace player looks at it ready, but as soon as he throws it, the Palace player starts running. Alcaraz is like that, isn't he? Alcaraz picks it up so quick. He was just onto it. He anticipates it. As soon as he seen the Palace player turn away, he was onto it, and he went straight through, picked the ball up. Really, really quick run at the goal. and then just puts it on a plate for Beto, doesn't he? Absolutely lovely. It was a lovely weighted ball for Beto. I've just seen there. I'm gonna get back to comments, guys, I promise. But I've just seen there straight away that David B's put Alcaraz was sharp. He was so sharp to pick up on that. The anticipation again, David. Yeah. Love the words, David. Keep them coming, mates. Do this for me. But he was sharp. The anticipation. Kevin says there he was sharp. He was, like I say, how he picked up on that so quickly. It was like as soon as he seen the Palace player, just like turn away briefly, he just went. He went, picked up on it. The anticipation was superb. Picked up on it, straight through to Beto, and Beto finishes it again. Beto in the netto again. It's lovely, wasn't it? For Beto, what's that now? That's scored in the last 3 Prem, hasn't he? The last 3 Premier League games he scored. Yeah, that's right. Palace, Liverpool, 2 against Leicester, wasn't it? So that's 4 goals in the last 3 Premier League games. Outstanding return by him. He's really taken his chance. He's impressed me so much. Beto has. What's everybody else thinking on Beto? Let's get, before I move on to the second half, let's get to some of your comments. Go from the top. Wormy says, I like the look of the new stadium, but think it's gone. Another 3 points in the bag. Up the toffee, says Alexander. Another 3 points indeed, Alexander. It was superb 3 points. Kevin says, Wormy, Bradley Moore looks amazing. It does. Pickford was a contender for man of the match, beat Palace. Patrick, I couldn't agree more. He was, especially that first half, mate. Kept us in it there. Terry said, when you're tired, you always start sluggish. People think tiredness kicks in only later on. Usually, though, it manifests itself early by being sluggish. Terry, I agree with that. That actually happens with me. When I went on a bike ride earlier this morning, I like to go out at like 6 a.m. in the morning. Kind of digressing here. But anyway, when I start, my legs and all that are tired. And the more I build into it, the more I feel like I can go further. So kind of on the same point in it, Terry. He threw it to the invisible man. Yeah, that was, how good was that? Like, as an Everton fan watching that, how like funny is it? he just threw it straight to them. That's the sort of thing months ago we've been doing, like just silly mistakes like that. Honestly, that's something I could have seen us doing in like December. That sort of mistake, because some of the mistakes we did were just plain silly. They were. Beto was sharp also. Yeah, he was. Again, Beto is. Beto's on fire, yeah. Kevin, he is, mate. Can't agree with you more. I'm just really enjoying watching him play. To be honest, we spoke about it before, but he's got this like real clumsy nature and the way he looks about him, doesn't he? But I tell you what, when he wants to win a ball, and 9 times out of 10 he wins the ball and he keeps play going and stuff like that. And his runs, you know, I'm loving the fact that he runs off the last man. He's running in behind to try and make things happen. That's what I'm really enjoying about him. Obviously, his scoring as well. The fact that he's taking chances. You know, on our live watch along on Saturday, we were all saying, weren't we, that Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to really struggle here to get back in to this side. And the fact that his contract is up in the summer, yeah, he's going to really struggle. So I've just seen Celtic Vapes there said if that was DCL instead of Beto, the keeper would have saved it. I think a lot of people say that. We obviously don't know because he's not on the pitch. But the experience and evidence at hand tells us that probably would have, mate, Celtic. Probably would have. You're probably right. Alcaraz is a baller. Kevin, he looks it, doesn't he, mate? He looks it. He just looks up for it. He looks like he wants the ball. Like, when he hasn't got the ball in midfield, he comes back for it and picks it up. I always like... I was going to say Damien Rice then, the cannonball. No, I like Declan Rice. Does that a lot. I've always watched him doing that. For West Ham, he does it for Arsenal too. If his team's up against it, and it's kind of being stuck past at the back, he comes back and gets it. And I've seen Alcaraz also do that. And and he just looked like we've just said there. It was only his like second game. He come on. He had a little stint against Liverpool, didn't he? But he just looks good. He just looks good, and like you say, he's a baller. Terry Screwloose says he was restricted under Dyche. Now he's been given the freedom to play his game. He's starting to pay back his transfer fee. He certainly is. He's paying it back, mate, isn't he? Look, we're 14th in the league. Tell you what, before I jump to there anymore, what about the news that the pitch will be relayed after the free test events? Sounds like a cock-up. Not sure, cock-up, right, because I've heard, and I haven't covered the second half of the Palace game yet, but I'll just touch on that. I've heard that... Oh, El's brought it up. Thoughts on fellow droner. Baz giving you grief on Twitter. Yeah, not very happy about that, mate, to be honest, because it was all... things that happened last night were not planned and that, so... Kind of, I'll hold my hands up when mistakes are made, and I think I did possibly make a bit of a mistake there. It wasn't intentional. Didn't mean to irritate anybody or offend anybody. And yeah, that really disappointed me. About Baz, Al, to be honest with you, really disappointed me. But anyway, I'll touch on that. If anybody wants to talk about that, I'm more than happy to talk about that, by the way. But let's cover the second half against Palace. We're all made up at half time, aren't we? We're all like 1-0 up away from home. We're just buzzing because we're still buzzing from the derby. If I'm honest, I was anyway, and I think I do talk for quite a lot of people to say that we were all still on a buzz from the derby. And then we're 1-0 up away from home at Crystal Palace at half time. So we come out second half, we're all buzzing, saying like, let's if we go away here. I was even talking about we could go up to 12 here if we get another goal and beat these by 2 goals. We could go away from this game in 12th, and then it's up to United and Spurs the day after to see what they can do. And then within 2 minutes, there's another mistake where Branthwaite and Tarkowski, wasn't it? Both went up for the same ball. You mess it up, it drops, fumbles around, gets put through to Mateta, and that guy doesn't miss. He's on fire as well for them. Got to give it to him. Mateta's having a great season, and he doesn't miss. He was the one I was worried about before the game, and obviously he's their striker, so that's the guy you're worried about. But he was on fire. He's on fire, Mateta. I think he scored 4 and 4 or something like that. Not 100% on that. Don't quote me, but yeah, he's on fire, and it drops to him, and he slots it. And then straight away we're all like, oh no, he's just, again, the Everton fans, the Everton in us and all that. And we've seen things this season. The Bournemouth game comes back to you, and even the Spurs game we won, but we won a 3-2 in the end. They got 2 back. The Villa game and that, they come straight back immediately, don't they? You're just like, oh no. But we kill the game off. And again, Ashley Young helps. He's instrumental in us getting that second goal. I can't praise Ashley Young enough. Is he someone we can move to rely on next season with his age and everything? I'm not sure, but this season I just think he's been great. I really do think he's been fantastic, and he's been instrumental in quite a few things, pushing us to get points in games. And it drops over to him, and that he has a shot, bounces off. Might have been Mark Gay. He looked like handball. Bounces off him. So I shout straight away, that's handball, I think we're going to get the pen. And then Alcaraz, cool as a cucumber, looks like a baller, as people just said, looks sharp, slots it, doesn't he? Just slots it home. What a moment for that kid. What a moment for him to slot that home in that game. It's only like his second game where he's had a lot of play as well. Slots that home. And I'm saying about second game and where he's had a lot of play. His first full debut, and he's scoring for us and setting one up. He's assisting Beto in the way that he did, the way he won it from that throw-in. Just think it was superb for him. Superb game for Alcaraz. Superb game for Pickford. I thought Garner Gay was brilliant. I thought the back four had a couple of moments, to be honest with you, that game. Well, O'Brien, Tarkowski and Branthwaite definitely did. Had a few moments. But look, whatever. We come away from London with the 3 points. We went up to 13th, was it? But then we dropped to 14th because Spurs did beat Man U 1-0, didn't they? So Spurs have gone above us on goal difference. I think it is Spurs are in 12th, I think, on 30. Then Palace 13th on 30. Spurs have got a plus 11 goal difference. No, plus 12. No, Palace are -3 and we're -4. So we're right there with them, though. But it's great, isn't it? It's great. Let's go back to some of your comments. Beto might not score as many goals as Lukaku, but his first hold-up and first touch is way better. Very hard worker as well. Yeah, Patrick, honestly, couldn't agree more. Just couldn't agree more with that comment, mate. Really hard worker, really hard. He's a nightmare for defences. He looks it anyway. Kevin says, how's the blue on your lips, Nick? It's a con today. Yeah. So my video last night, I'll talk about the food in a bit, but it's gone just about. Kevin, cheers for watching. DCL can have Beto's KFC job. How funny is that story? Like, do any of us actually know when he was last at like KFC? I think it was a long time ago. Kevin said Joe Blogs harsh. What have we got? Wormy, you're joking, aren't you, Joe? None of the chicken pieces would get in the bucket. Wormy, I love it, mate. Eltel on the bank said, I said ages ago, Beto get run a game, score goals. He did in Italy. Reminds me of Isaac. Similar. Big, clumsy and strong beast. Tel, you did. I'm sure I do recall you saying that, mate, yeah? And you said we win Saturday 2-0. So, what a game, everyone. What a game coming up, eh? Man U, Saturday. I'll do a full pre-match review of the Man U game. But Man U, Saturday. Tell you what, they're in a bit of trouble, aren't they? We owe them one as well, because I maintain right now, and I've said this, during the Man U game and since the Man U game, it still winds me up now that they beat us 4-0. It's not like we were better than them or anything, it was an even game and we made 4 mistakes. 4 mistakes, and they capitalised and beat us 4-0. They didn't deserve that at all. So I'm telling you, we owe them one for that, definitely. PMJ says, I can imagine when your new ground is full, even those Reds will hear you. Yeah, they will, mate. They will. Beto is lanky, strong like Big Dunk. Mate, he is. He's a big lad. He is strong. Like I just said, he looks like he's a nightmare. He's a nightmare for defences. The way he's quite relentless with them as well. He doesn't give up at all. Let's see. DCL probably has other means of income. Yeah. Tarks held O'Brien down, only to head into one of them. Yeah, Terry. Tarks is Tarks is a great servant for Everton. I'm not gonna like call him out or anything like that, but I will just say the past couple of games I do think he's just let a few mistakes slip into his game. Tarks. No chance do I not want him on the pitch or anything like that. Nothing like that. I think he's brilliant for us, I honestly do. Just a few little mistakes have just slipped into his game, which he'll rectify, I've no doubt about it. Are you and Baz going to have a drone off Nick? He wants it, mate, yeah? Whatever. No, we'll move on to the stadium. So, move on to that, because Al's mentioned it. So, just very, very briefly. I was on the way over to the first test event to the Everton Stadium at Bradley Dock. Oh my God, on my way over to there, speaking to a few people. I had to park. So firstly, I had to park up in an NCP car park on the Strand. If you haven't watched it yet, I had to walk all the way down from there. Like, I didn't have to, don't get me wrong, because I jumped on a scooter, whatever, but I wanted to walk to take it in. Chris, yeah, I will be able to get you an XXL, mate, of course I will. So I walked down because I wanted to take it in from the Strand, but I will say, guys, I drove over I'm on the Whittle, so I drove over from the Whittle straight through the Walsey Tunnel, and I drove to the stadium because I wanted to see what it was like down there, see if there was any way, you could get away with parking or whatever. Unfortunately, unfortunately, you can't park there. You had a steward on every corner of every side road. They'd also closed Regent Road, so like to approach it from town, from like the Isle of Man ferry terminal and that, to approach it from there, that's all closed. So there's only one way going back along. And I think after a bit, actually, they might have even closed the full road. But when I got there, I was able to go down to the stadium and then all the way along. And it was chocker down there. Traffic was bad, so I just kind of escaped it up to Regent Road, parked there, and had to walk all the way back down. On the way back down, I'm walking down, speaking to people and saying, so Joe said, what did you to upset Baz? I'll tell you now. So I'm walking down, I had a few chat with quite a lot of people who were recognising me, talking to me. Thanks to everybody, honestly. It's still like, it's still, what can I say, shocks me and surprises me when people like shout my name and come over to talk to me and that. Honestly, I still find it a bit weird and surreal. And it's just amazing. I really appreciate it when people come and talk to me. And I spoke to loads of people heading down to Murphy's Distillery to go in there for a pint, and they were even too busy to let people in, which again is great. Speaking to people, and whilst I'm doing that, I get a email from somebody saying, Nick, basically, I've got a few tickets to the test event, can't make it last minute. If you want them, give me a shout. I ended up getting in touch with somebody last minute who had 4 tickets, so I had to speak to him and everything there and then. It's all like last minute, so managed to get the 4 tickets downloaded onto my phone, and then I did say I'll go and see if any of the other drone guys are about. I did already know KC Imageworks was in and around there because he'd messaged me saying he tried to get into the Murphys, but it was chocker, so I knew he was about, and I did bump into him. So say to him, he's there doing KC now does more. They're like what would they say? Public interest videos. I think we called them when he was in here because he'd done the. I wanted the red in here to do the Liverpool match with me pre-derby. So he does like public interest, and that's why Kev was there. So I did. So I did say to him, "Do you want to like go?" And I've got some tickets there. I said that to Kev as like just another lad, another drone. Honestly, didn't go through my head there and then. I don't tend to think like that, and it was kind of all on the spot stuff. Didn't go through my head that Kev's a red, and people haven't took fondly to Kev going in as a red because other Blues wanted to go in. I just didn't think that through there and then at the time. It didn't go through my mind to think like that. Also, it's not like there was a big massive queue of Blues or whatever waiting for tickets there and then. It was just first people I bumped into, I said, come on, let's go. And then, so people haven't taken too kindly to it. Nothing like that was done purposefully by me. I assure everybody of that. It just wasn't. And then, yeah, Baz posted saying he was effing fuming with Mr. effing Drone. Unfortunately, didn't send it to me. Put it on Twitter. Didn't even tag me in to the post, unfortunately, because if he would, I would have been able to reply. I only seen it because somebody sent it to me today. So then I have replied to him saying, if you were that fuming, mate, why not send me a message? And he said, because he's got no time for me, or something like that. So look, it is what it is. Like I say, last minute thing happened, and it happened. If anybody's upset or offended by it, I apologise. Wasn't my intention. But listen, I got in there. Somebody's just said there, Kev's a good lad. He is. Kev did slate the ground a little bit, but that's not your fault. Did he, mate? Yeah. I didn't know that either. Didn't know that. But I'll tell you anyway, my fault. If you watch my video, the ground is amazing. Honestly, the ground is absolutely unreal. It's like when you walk on, it blows my mind now. Still, honestly, there's not like acting or anything. Just talking about it, I'm like, it's absolutely unbelievable to get in through that Regent wall. The vast amount of space you've got on that east stand, that east plaza, is absolutely unreal. Honestly, it's huge. It is huge. It like took my breath away. When I then went up to, I had to touch the ground as well. Like, I felt really weird. Cheers, guys. I appreciate the support, honestly. It wasn't Baz from Toffee TV, no. It wasn't Baz from Toffee TV, guys. No, don't get confused, please. It wasn't Baz from Toffee TV. It's another one. It's another Baz that does drone footage. Baz 1878 does his own drone footage of the stadium. Have a look at it. It's all right. It's all right. He's all right. He's all right, Baz. I just didn't expect him to call me out like that. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, like I was saying there, the vast amount of space you get in that East Stand Summer Breathway. When I went up to touch the stadium, I like felt like this urge. I was like, this is mad being here now. How this is. I went in last June for a tour, and it's not like it was like it is now. So to be able to walk up and touch it, and you got the lights on and that, the blue lights above, genuinely felt like a bit emotional. That it was like, I've been flying here for 4 years and coming to this area sometimes like a few times a day. There's been times when I've been there at like 5:30 in the morning. There's been times when I've sat there all day waiting for them to lift something, and then to be able to just like actually like touch it and be like, and then go in and sit down in the stand. Guys, it was breathtaking. It was 100% breathtaking, honestly. And I had to like, when I went in and stood inside and got up to the seat, I took me donuts. If anybody, I'll go over the donuts in a bit, I'll talk about the donuts. But I took me donuts, the toffee donut they're doing there. Check out, if you haven't seen my video from last night, check it out, because I just seen it on the menu, the toffee donut. I was like, who's not going to have a toffee donut? Problem was, as somebody mentioned before, that Al said, I think Baz is just jealous with you getting plaudits over the last few years. Yeah, me too, mate, honestly. But whatever, like I say, he's not a bad lad. He's not a bad lad. So the blue donut, right, it was nice, really, really nice. But I was, when I bit it, the icing and that, I was proper blue, all my lips. I looked like a kid who just had a slush or something like that. It was like, it took me ages to get it all off. And then all my hands and everything were all like blue. So yeah, I made a few notes though, guys. As long as we're all happy to talk about the stadium, let me just go through comments, make sure everybody is happy. Luke from School of Science did the video at the game yesterday. He went with his granddad. I miss Luke. Gutted. Luke's a really, really good lad as well. Baz from Toffee TV is sound. I believe so, Wayne. Yeah, I've never met him face to face. I believe so. Maybe an Evertonian social media streamed charity boxing match to sort it. Yeah, I'm game, man. I'm game. That'd be great, that, for charity, wouldn't it? Set it up. Sign the contract. Your eyes when you got in looked like a kid in a candy shop. James, I was, mate. Honestly, I was. I didn't realise I'd be like that. I was finding it hard to talk, believe it or not. I was finding it hard to talk. But yeah. Blue CG says your face was a proper picture, Nick, when you walked in the stadium, and I would have done what you done, touched the stadium. Yeah, I just had to. What stand are you going to sit in, Nick, when you get your season ticket? West Stand. Barry 1878 is incredibly bitter, says Carl. He had a convo with a Red the other day on his video and was slagging him off. Was it? Yeah. Did you try the hot food, Nick? Chris, no, I never. Something I've mentioned there. The hot food, right, looks good, guys. There's obviously the pies in that, but they do. What do they have? Salt and pepper chicken tenders. They looked good, guys. I was so close to getting them, but I didn't. I had to hold off. You know what I mean? But I watched the weight in that. They also had this thing called a loaded sausage roll, and a few people had it. I was speaking to people, like a few people had them, so I was like, "Well, what's that there?" And it was like a warm sausage roll. It was like loaded with what looked like cheese and like spring onion and stuff on the top. They look good. The only thing I tried was the toffee donut, guys. Wayne says, Nick, I don't think anybody can begrudge you having the ticket after all the hard work you've put in for our pleasure. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks. And I'm not sure if people do begrudge me. Just people got a bit upset that I passed one on to KC Imageworks, and like I say, he was there. He was the person in the right place at the right time. That's all I can say. Awesome. So that's gone. I like Baz from Toffee TV. Was making sure it wasn't the same person. Definitely not him, mate. No, I know. Well done, Nick. Great watch, much deserved. Great arena. It really is. Made up a few blues. Cheers, Stephen. Thanks, mate. All your teeth were blues, says Chris. Yeah, were they? I need to check that out, Chris. Were they on the video? Take no notice of Baz. We are all friends. Whoever we support, just jealous he didn't go. I feel like that. I feel like we're all blues and that. And I actually understand. The thing is, who said that? Sammy. The thing is, Sammy, I actually, in hindsight and on reflection, I understand when people have said, shouldn't have done that, Nick. I get it. Like, I do get it. And in hindsight, I've sat there today and I've had a few messages and that, and I thought, yeah, do you know what? In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have. But I just, right there and then at that moment, I didn't think of it, and that's all I can say. Let's see. I only watched this and the one with Yannon and Basil. A few weeks till I purchase my season tickets. Can't wait. Terry Nash, what are you going for, mate? What stand you going for? Al says, what's your plans once the stadium is done? Keep doing these. Loads of Everton content, Al. As well as drone stuff. So I've got loads of other stuff, drone stuff. I've got something really, really good coming up. Everton Stadium related. It will be exclusive. But I can't say any more right now. But it's exciting. I am excited. And it should be out to you next week. You looked overwhelmed when you come out the ground, Nick. Chris, I was, mate. I thought there was going to be a crest on the corners of the stadium. Charlie, we're not 100% what they're doing yet. Everton have still got time to make it Everton Stadium, pal. Okay. So there's loads more to be done there. Remember, we're not due to actually enter the stadium, really. These are test events and that. We've got till August. Emma says, yeah, lots of upset blues with you, Nick. Yeah, Emma, like I say, yeah, I understand. But I think there's also lots that aren't, and lots that hopefully realise that, you know, nothing was done purposefully to upset people. Like it just, like I say, things happened in the moment there and then. And on hindsight, probably would have done it, but let's see. Are you upset with me, Emma? I hope not, and if you are, sorry. Carl says, are they going to trim the grass at Brian? Seems a bit long to me. Did they, Carl? Were you low down, or have you seen footage from low down? Seemed all right to me. I don't know if they can. Maybe it's still in the growing phase though as well, Carl, isn't it? So that's the thing. I don't know if they can. Final lap motorsport says, hi Nick, was talking to a steward when I filmed the coach arrive, and he told me that they want that land next to the security post that was going back to the water company. Who wants the land, buddy? Adam, we are famous CFC, says, hope you're okay. Adam, I am, mate, and thanks for your message. It popped up. Thanks for your message and support, Adam, honestly, really appreciate it. And I have got a couple of things to send over to you, Adam, I haven't forgotten. Listening as working on the train. Layout, get video recorder. It looked like and felt like it was indoor with a roof on. The stadium last night, it's covered quite a lot. You know, all the stands are covered quite a lot. Let's go on to that though. What else have I put? So I've put here a few points. East Plaza is huge. The blue lights look stunning. Yeah. So that's one thing I want to say. A few people have like mentioned that on drone videos and that they're not too happy with the blue lights on the stadium. Honestly, being there right underneath it, looking up, especially like you're looking up into like the roof space, and the blue light shine on it, reflection from the ground, looks amazing. It looks stunning, honestly, looks stunning. Fair point. Walking under the south stand. My God, how good was that? The fact that you can walk round the corner and all the way up under this huge stand coming over you, and then to the left you've got the the stones, the Everton Way stones, and that there, all of our stones. That's to the left now, but we will be able to walk on that at some point. So that's it looks amazing. Sorry, just catching on with some of your points. We all make mistakes. You're just on cam. Yeah, Graham. That's the thing. Frankie says you were given tickets. No one else's business who you give them to. Yeah, Frankie. There's a stubborn part of me that wants to say that, but there's honestly, I get it. That's all I can say. I get it, and it's too late to change that. If I would have done it again, if I had the chance to do it again, I'm going to do that? No. But still, it's happened, hasn't it? Send your email to me. Yeah, I've got it, Adam. I'll sort that tonight. Promise you, mate. Matthew says, wait till Baz finds out that Casey has been a steward at Goodison. His little brain will explode. Yeah, but Casey, he worked for Everton for a while. That's it. Going for whatever is left for now. Need end of row because I'm a bit large. I think there's quite a few still left, Terry. Quite a lot. Everton haven't started any branding yet. Look totally different when the season starts. Yeah, it will. Are they redoing the pitch? Not sure, Wormy. I'll try and find out. I'll ask a question. Okay. Nick, it was very noble of you to give a red the opportunity to experience a world-class stadium. Charlie, loved that, mate. Bet they work on the pitch every day. Let's see. Is the Dixie statue moving over? No, Stephen, as far as we're aware, it's not. It's not. Al says, Baz wants you investigated, Nick. By who? By who? The FBI. What's that about? Apparently a lot of fans aren't happy with Sandhill Station. Yeah, Blue CJ, they're not. Did a video on that, and they're definitely not. The thing is with Sandhills, all they've done there is put in some fencing. It looks like, I said on my video, it looks like you're up for Rita Queen of Speed at Alton Towers, and it's not that big either. So yeah, it's not great, to be honest. Right, so I went to, what did I do? I did walking under the South Stand, which was amazing. Then I've got food / donuts, so we've had a little chat about the food, haven't we? But what I will say about the food as well, guys, inside the stadium, is the eateries inside that South Stand anyway, right across the back. So, as I went in and I kind of turned left straight away and looked at one and looked at the food at the top, that had a little bit of a queue. So I just walked up. And then they were emptier at the top. Then I turned around and walked all the way down where I got my donuts. And you just pick. Some have got a little bit of a queue. Some are empty. Basically, the point is loads of eateries, loads of space to get what you want. So it looked like it was going to be nice and easy to get down there, get a drink or some food or whatever, and you're not going to have any trouble. In the queues and all that, because I know at Goodison it can be, especially at half time. Before the game, I never find it too much of an issue, if I'm honest, at Goodison. But at half time, sometimes it can be hard to try and get yourself a drink or something. Next up, I've got steep. Right, so as you know, I was in the South Stand there, and it was safe standing. So that was good. You had the bar there, lean on it or whatever. The one tiny little issue with the safe standing is it had every third seat has a bar there that holds up the main bar. So you're every third person is going to have. It could be a problem. It wasn't a problem for me, but as you might know, my legs aren't the biggest. But that's a tiny thing. But it was that steep that I could probably stand in the south, and a lot of people too could stand up in that South Stand, and the person behind could actually just stay sitting down and still see over you. There was probably a 2 foot step to go up each seat there. And that's not one step, not the steps, by the way. The steps are obviously smaller, but But I mean, the main step going up was quite big, so yeah, the view should be easy. The atmosphere, there was only 10,000 there, but the way it is all steep and the pitch feels so close, you can almost feel like it's going to be good in here. It's going to be loud. Honestly, I was sitting there last night thinking, when this is full all the way around, it's going to be like proper like mega atmosphere in there, honestly. I've seen some comments of people, there's obviously like bitter people saying like another soulless bowl and all this. Rubbish. Wait till that's full. Wait till Branley Dock is full. It's going to be loud. The one issue I put at the bottom, parking. And I mentioned it at the beginning there. But parking is going to be quite a nightmare with these restrictions they put in. And I'll do a video on this. Hopefully I might get out tomorrow. Try and do a little video showing you like the perimeter of that parking. Because it's going to be, it's the parking restrictions quite big. Like I say, I had to park up on the Strand and walk down from the NCP. It's only a 20-minute walk all the way to the stadium. It took me like 9 minutes to get to Murphy's, and then you're talking, you know what, another 5, so it's 15 minutes maybe. So it's not bad. It's really not bad. And there's also, there actually is large parking restrictions in place around Goodison when we play at home there. But it's just come to the point where I think people just ignore it. So see what happens. But that's the only thing I'd say, and that's not even an Everton or Lango Rourke issue, is it? The parking. That's the council that are putting these restrictions around that. So let's go over some of your comments, guys. Please, if you watch my video or anybody else if you go on the stadium, please let us have your comments here because we'll go over some of them now. So if I get Final App says they said they were not happy with the access to the stadium for the coaches and cards. It's too tight. So everyone wants to buy it to get the coaches up that side. Oh, under the north, do they? Where have you heard that, Final? Be very interested to know where you've heard that, mate. Because loads of people have mentioned throughout this entire building on my videos, loads of people have actually mentioned, haven't they, that they were concerned about that north stand. So I'd be really interested because I've actually looked and put the drone going up that way as vehicles go under it, and it is massive. You look at me going under the south stand last night. It's huge. It's a huge area. It's a huge area. So yeah, I wasn't concerned, but I'd be really interested to know where you got that info, Final. Mr. Blue Sky said Everton should start trying to hire the businesses' car parks around the stadium on match days in the future. Yeah, Mr. Blue, thing is with that, the council have put in these restrictions, haven't they? And all these local businesses have to apply now for a permit, which is going to be £50 per year, I think. And they can only apply for 10, I think it said. So that'll be a problem with that anyway. Because I thought some of these local businesses will perhaps just start charging for parking around there. We'll have to see. It's like a kind of watch this space kind of thing really with it all, isn't it? SM says, hi mate, do you know how I contact you as I predicted the correct score for the Palace game? SM1, yeah, you did. I'm going to go over the prediction right at the end of this video in 5 to, what have we got? About 10 minutes left. We'll go over who got it right, so you'll have to stay tuned, mate. It's my email though. My email's it's on the description of every video, so check out my email. Drop me an email, we'll get you sorted. Mickey G says the council need to get moving on access. Yeah, I think it's called now an experimental parking restriction zone or something along those lines. So it is experimental, so we'll see what happens there. Wayne says, Mr. Blue Skies, I think the business will put somebody on their car parks to make a few quid. I think they could. Wormy says, drone enforcement agency. Oh, is that who Baz wants me investigated by? The DEA. Oh, love it. Joe Blog says, is the Mr. Drone statue ready? He is, yeah. James Graham, thanks Nick, gotta go. I picked 2 so I'll rewatch later. What did you pick? 2-1 is that? Can't see if that's a 1, 2 plus James Graham. James, you did. If you've gone already, sorry about that. Drop me an email on the description. You were one of them, James. In case anybody else has to go, let's do that now quickly. Let's do that now. And what you can tell me, guys, I've got a pen somewhere here. Oh, right. 2-1 predictions. We'll get back to commenting that in a minute, guys. 2-1 predictions are here. I don't know if you can see it on camera because the green pen isn't clear. But I've got DM. So DM, that's Delta Mike, started it with 2-1. Then I've got James Graham. Then Blue CJ. Then Wormy. And then SMT or SM1. Right, that's 5 people. I'm gutted about that, by the way. I only just got a new batch of hats. I only ordered 10. 5 of them are gone already. Unless, if any of you, instead of a hat, if any of you would like a Beto in the Netto top instead, drop me an email with your size, with your sizes and that. Okay, and I'll get that sorted for you. Okay, so yeah, drop me that. I've just thought that it's just made me think. But actually, I've also still got Harley from last week, the 2-2 draw with Liverpool. Harley, I've got your details. Blue CJ, I've got yours. Well done to you. Paul Victor, I still need your details, please. Paul Victor, if you're watching or you watch later, drop me an email. Drop me an email, please, you guys. So Harley, I've got yours sorted. Blue CJ, got yours sorted. Paul Victor, I need an email from you. And then I've got these guys. Blue CJ, if you won again, Blue CJ. Blue CJ predicted 2-2 for Liverpool. In the Liverpool game, sorry. And 2-1 in the Palace game. What are the lottery numbers tonight, mate? Let us know that. So yeah, you guys, I'll make a note of yous. You need to give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you need to give me your details. That is DM James Graham, Blue CJ, Wormy, SMT. I need an email from you all to my email address, which is on the description of all of my videos, mrdroneltd@gmail.com, but it is on the descriptions on all my videos. Okay, Blue CJ, what are the lottery numbers tonight, buddy? Stephen says, take care, buddy, catch you soon, please put more misery on the Manx. Let's hope so. One of the stewards told me he was on the gate there. They think it's too close to the back of the north stand. Okay. How cold was it in a February month? Says David B. Oh, in a February month? You mean last night? Oh, I get you. Just clicked. How cold was it at the stadium in a February month? It wasn't like horrendous. Don't know if you mean because of the location and it being down on the front or whatever like that. It was no colder than it would be at Goodison, mates, put it that way. It was cold, really cold last night, but no colder than I would have been sat up at Goodison. What about the scenic walk through Stanley Park and even the walk up towards Goodison? Either the Walton Lane or County Road. Patrick, there's loads of ways, isn't there, buddy? We might do some of them, I think that's one thing I might do, even like get the ferry over. Guys, all your predictions for the United game Friday night, we'll do them. Okay, I need to get rid of some of these hats and that which I've still got. To remember, anybody that won, Blue CJ says you'll have a t-shirt for the second one. Okay, Blue CJ, you have already put me an email for the Liverpool one. Drop me another one, give me your size please, mate, and I'll get one of them stuff for you as well. Wormy will email me for the hat. Cheers, Wormy. Never ever have any luck with the lottery, Nick, unfortunately. Okay, just tell us all what the score's going to be in the United game so we can put a bet on for us. Cheers. Guys, listen, time to wrap it up, I think. Yes, we're going to wrap it up. So, I have got Manu and Freefall. Kevin, how good is it going to be if we beat them, right? And guys, listen to this. How good would it be? How amazing would it be if Man U went down? Like, that would be like absolutely monumental in just football history, wouldn't it? Like, it would be unreal if they went down, and I'd love it. I would love it if they went down. Cheers, Chris. Yeah, send a pic when you get them. You've sent me an email with petition over parking. Cheers, Eltel. Yeah, anything like that, guys. What Eltel's just done there, he said he sent me something regarding a petition and that. I get like quite a few things sent to me, like about things about the stadium or just things around the city. Anything like that you want me to cover, send them over. Please, we've had a good chat about the stadium tonight, haven't we? We kind of had to, I think, didn't we, Blues? We kind of had to have a chat about that stadium. And honestly, I absolutely assure you, if you didn't get in there last night, it is just phenomenal, and you will not be disappointed. As an Everton fan, it still feels like it's too good to be true. Tomorrow, guys, I'm going to do my midweek video at Bromley Moor Dock. You're old enough to have already seen Man U get relegated, are you, Roy? Funny that. When was that then, Roy? I don't know the dates. You don't have to tell me how old you are. Blue CJ says Man U going down would be a dream come true. It just would, wouldn't it, guys? It just would. I don't really care too much about Man U, if I'm honest, but it just would. So yeah, I might do something to do with like the parking and that tomorrow. To be honest with you, if I get time, I just want to have a little look at that zone, a closer look. And then, as I said, I've got something really, really, really exclusive and interesting planned coming up. Stadium, to do with the stadium, and I think it'll be. I think you'll all really like it, guys. Give us a big massive heart before we go. Let me know you're still here. Really appreciate them. Really appreciate all your support as well. It's been a little bit of a difficult day after what was a great night last night. A little bit of a difficult day with some people being a little bit nasty. Because I did pass one of the free tickets I got last minute onto KC. As I say, there was nothing in that in my there's nothing in it as far as I was concerned, because I didn't think of it that way. But I get why people were upset. It wasn't my intention to upset anybody or do anybody out of a seat as well. As I say, I got them last minute. But anyway, I really appreciate your support, all of you. You want the cap or hat or a smile? You can have a smile all day, mate. You can have a smile all day, David. Yeah, but guys, I want to just say thank you very much for all your support. It really is. It's appreciated more than you'll know, especially today. Okay, up the Blues, as Anfield just said. Up the Toffees. What I'll be doing Friday, we'll do a video here Friday. We'll have a chat about that Man U game, and then I will be at the Man U game. And fingers crossed we get a Beto in the netto one more time. Well, not one more, 2, 3, 4 more times, but let's hope we get a Beto in the netto on Saturday against the Manx. As I say, we owe them one. Cheers, everyone, for watching. I'm going to sign off. Thank you once again. Really, really appreciate it. Take care, guys. Have a good week.